0 to 1, Chapter 7, Follow the Money. Money follows power. And in the world of startups and investments, power follows exponential growth. The chapter opens with the idea that money makes money. It's often illustrated using Einstein's misattributed quote about compound interest being the most powerful force in the universe. While he may not have actually said it, the concept still stands. Small differences grow into massive outcomes over time. This is the essence of the power law, the central concept of this chapter. It's the idea that a tiny number of things, people, companies, or events, generate massively disproportionate results. Like 20% of the population holding 80% of the wealth, Pareto principle, or one company in a portfolio returning more than all others combined. Peter Thiel pulls us into the world of venture capital, where this imbalance becomes crystal clear. VCs invest in startups hoping to discover the next big thing. But here's the hard truth. Most startups fail, some break even, and just a few succeed so massively that they pay for all the rest. At Founders Fund, Thiel's team saw this firsthand. One investment in Facebook made more money than all their other investments combined. The second best, Palantir, also outperformed the rest. This isn't an exception, it's the rule. And that leads to a surprising but powerful insight. If you're a venture capitalist, you should only invest in companies that have the potential to return the value of your entire fund. Nothing less is worth your time. It sounds extreme, but it's the only way to win in a world dominated by the power law. Let's look at an example. In 2010, Andreessen Horowitz invested $250,000 in Instagram. Just 2 years later, Facebook acquired it for $1 billion. Their return? $78 million. Phenomenal by any measure, but not enough, because their fund was $1.5 billion. To break even with tiny bets like that, they'd need to find 19 Instagrams. That's not realistic. That's why top investors go big and go bold. They put more money behind fewer companies with massive potential. But here's where it gets personal. Thiel reminds us, we are all investors, not just with money, but with our time, energy, and choices. Every day we decide where to put our attention, what career to build, what dreams to pursue, and most people spread themselves too thin. They hedge, they diversify, they play it safe. But the real winners don't hedge. They bet on one thing, one mission, one path, because life itself follows the power law. A few key decisions will shape your future more than anything else. Unfortunately, our education system teaches the opposite. Schools promote general knowledge, equal time for all subjects, and endless options. We're taught that any path is good as long as we work hard. But that's not true. What you choose to work on matters far more than how hard you work. So what should you do with this knowledge? Don't start a company just for the sake of it. Sometimes joining the right company early on is the smarter move. A small stake in a great company can be worth more than owning 100% of a failing one. Choose carefully, focus sharply, think long-term, and above all, understand that the world doesn't reward balance, it rewards boldness. In a power law world, most things don't matter, but the few that do, they matter a lot. So the next time you make a decision, ask yourself, is this the one that could change everything? Because in the world of startups, success and life itself, it usually comes down to just a few pivotal bets.